A pastor in Tennessee is taking criticism after asking a member of his church to leave the service because their 15-month-old baby was continually crying. All kinds of backlash for Pastor Dan Smith with United Church in Gallatin, Tennessee. Now, this took place at a recent service where Pastor Smith, he's preaching, he's doing his thing, and all of a sudden you can hear the baby crying there during the service. Now, I'm going to put the video clip of what happened down below in the description of this video so you guys can actually go and check it out for yourself, and, you can decide for yourself, do you think he was being inappropriate or not? Anyway, he hears the crying, he stops the service and says, "Hey, ushers, can you show her where the nursery is? Can you take her to the nursery? Because we don't want to have the crying, we don't want to have the distractions." The woman apparently doesn't get up at that point. She's still there in the service. The baby is continuing to cry. Pastor Smith has to go ahead and stop the service once again and say, look, I don't want to have to do this, but you know what? We have, close to 300 people here in this service. I can't do this to them. And I love children. I really do. But you know what? This is a distraction and we can't have this. And look, if I'm offending you, he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I might be sounding like a jerk right now. I really do love kids, but that's why we have TVs there in the back so you don't miss any of the service. That's why we have a nursery for you to bring your baby to. And then he even mentioned the fact that somebody else who had a crying child had previously gotten up and then, walked out of the service. She then eventually does go out and take the baby and then leaves the service. You'll see all of this in the video clip. I just want to kind of, give you a little bit of a summary of what took place here. But all kinds of backlash from this. Apparently, the girl's mom, who had the baby, put up the video on social media, and it's got all kinds of responses. Some, against the pastor, some supporting him. Personally, I think it just should be common knowledge. If you're sitting in a service and you have a crying child, common courtesy would be to go ahead and take the baby and leave the service. So the fact that she didn't do that originally, I think is kind of her fault, because then the pastor wouldn't have had to have said anything at all. I don't fault him for what he said. I think he was perfectly within his rights to go ahead and say that. I guess you could make an argument that maybe he could have formulated it a little bit nicer if you really wanted to go that far with it. But overall, I don't see anything wrong with what he said. He's trying to preach and deliver his message, and he's being interrupted. So I do understand that. Now, the girl's mom had said that, how dare this pastor call himself a man of God when he's, literally kicking out a member of his church, and he says that he doesn't care if he offends her. I don't know. I think that's a little bit too much. Again, I think it just should be common courtesy, common knowledge. If you have a child who's screaming, being fussy, crying, you should take them out. That's why they have nurseries. That's why they have those for you to bring your kids to. But again, some people are just, I don't know, they're just putting all the negative attention towards Pastor Smith. But guys, let me know what you think down in the comments section. Are you with the pastor? Do you agree with what he said? Do you think that he was too harsh? Let me know your thoughts. Give the video here a like, share it across all of your platforms, subscribe, hit the bell, enable notifications. Support me on Patreon, patreon.com/conservativetruth. Sponsor me here, guys, for $5 a month if you enjoy these videos that I do, bringing to you on YouTube. Also, you're going to get bonus content on Patreon, all the podcasts that I do, where I break down more sensitive topics, can go more in-depth about things. Great content up there right now, so don't miss it. Again, that's exclusive for patrons only, so go check it out. You won't be disappointed. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you, and I will talk with you soon.